This BMW F30's interior is in immaculate condition. It's basically as good as it gets for a car that's almost a decade old. However, from years of usage, the factory start-stop button is in terrible condition. It's scratched up, it's peeling, and overall needs to be replaced. So today we'll show you how we remove and reinstall a brand new start-stop button to take years off the look of your interior. So to replace the button cover, we'll have to remove the entire start-stop button assembly. And now we can do this by using a small flathead screwdriver such as this one here. But we highly recommend you actually use a plastic pry tool. That way you don't damage or scratch any of the bezel, as that's just going to cost more money to replace if we damage it. And now, simply wedge the narrow end of the plastic pry tool between the soft leather and underneath the chrome bezel, and then leverage this entire piece upward. And now from here, we can actually pull the entire assembly out of the dashboard, and it's only held in by one electrical connector. To remove it, simply pinch the top of the connector and then slide it off, and we can remove the entire button assembly. And now take special note that once you unplug this connector, make sure it doesn't fall back into the dashboard. So kind of pull it out as much as you can, because this is a short connector, and if you're not careful, the connector can actually fall back into the dashboard, and it's extremely hard to pull back out. And now, as you can see, our factory start-stop button is in terrible condition. So let's go ahead and get on with removing it. We'll need to separate both halves of the assembly, and to do that, we'll lift up these 6 tabs that go all around the perimeter of the assembly. And all we're going to do is carefully wedge them up one by one, making sure that we don't snap them off. And then as you lift up on one tab, just try to apply some pressure so you can stop it from relatching itself down. But very self-explanatory, after all 6 of those tabs are fully loosened off, we can split both halves of the push start button assembly apart from each other. And now here we'll have the electrical components on the left. We'll simply place that off to the side, and we can see that the button cover is actually going to be held into this white retaining portion here. And now, this is very simple. To remove our scratched up push start button, all we're going to do is flip it over to the back side, and you'll see the 2 retention tabs that the button latches onto the assembly with. All we're going to do is use a small flathead screwdriver to simply push both of those tabs inwards as we push down on the button. So we're going to unlatch both of the tabs by pushing either of them inwards, and you can break them off since we're actually not going to reuse this button. It won't make a difference, but as we latch them off, put downwards pressure, and we can see that the button actually come off from the assembly, and then we can simply pop it out of place. And this thing is in absolutely disgusting condition. It's completely scratched up, we guess, from the previous owner, just rattling their keys against the start-stop button. But without further ado, let's go ahead and look at our different options for what we can replace this with. We actually brought 4 different styles for different colorways that we thought would look great on this F30's interior. Since it is the black leather with aluminum trim, we want to keep it classy. The first option is just an OEM plus gloss black color push start button, and this should hold up better than the factory matte black color while keeping the interior incognito. But we're not sure how we'd like this one. Our second option, which is the one we're personally leaning with, is the silver gloss aluminum color push start button. It matches perfectly with the aluminum trim in this BMW F30's interior. And then, if we want an even more luxurious and classy look, we did go ahead and grab this crystal push start button with a silver aluminum rim. And this is most notably going to look like some of the F and G chassis BMWs that came with the crystal shift knob. And overall, when this actually lights up in the interior, it's supposed to reflect the start engine stop wording all throughout the button. And then over here, we have the same crystal look, but with a black rim around it for more of an incognito look. And so we did bring all 4, so we may alternate between them to see which one we like most. But for now, we're going to stick with the high gloss silver aluminum color. And then to install the new button, it's extremely simple. Just grab the push start button assembly, orient the new button fully upward in the correct position, and then all we're going to do is line it up and push it down into place until it latches fully to where if we hold it upside down, it's not going to come undone and fall off. But overall, this looks absolutely amazing. The new silver color button matches the aluminum trim perfectly, and we're super excited to see how this looks once it's fully installed. And now, we'll go ahead and grab the electronics that we put off to the side a moment ago, and then simply line up all 6 of those tabs in the correct orientation, and then we can snap it all together until there's no more seams, and everything is fully flush. And again, guys, look how amazing this looks. This is the definition of OEM Plus right here. perfect. Now, from here, we'll grab our electrical connector and then simply reconnect the plug until it fully latches. And now, before we fully secure the assembly back into place, we can actually test the start-stop button just to make sure everything's operational and works like it should. So, foot on the brake, let's go ahead and turn on the engine. And we can see our engine turns on exactly as it should, and we have no issues. So, we can fully re-secure the assembly back into the dashboard. And now let's go ahead and line up the start-stop assembly. Make sure that the metal prongs slide in smoothly and everything should snap down to a factory fit. So now, our old scratched up button is fully replaced for this brand new high-gloss silver one that perfectly color coordinates this interior because of the aluminum trim already equipped. We're extremely happy with the way that this new button looks. So if you want to take years off of your BMW's interior in literal minutes, we highly recommend each and every one of you do this upgrade. And the link is down below where you can purchase your own. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.